Sairam students, so we have completed the first lesson, that is a day in the ashram. I think you understood completely. Now come to the first poem, that is beauty. Beauty. So can you define what is beauty? Try. What is beauty? You describe a school building, it's a beautiful one. Nature is a beautiful one. Then what does beauty mean? How can you say that school building is beautiful? What made you come to that conclusion? Something should be there. Then what does beauty mean? It's a quality. Beauty is a quality that present in a thing or person. You may have that quality, that positive quality, correct? That gives immense pleasure. So that quality should give immense pleasure, correct? Then, or deep satisfaction. You should feel satisfied with it. That is beauty. So beauty is a quality. Where does it hide? It hides in your heart. It depends on in your personality, in your quality, in your heart. Correct? A thing of beauty is joy forever. Keats said. You might have heard that sentence. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Joy forever. Correct? So if you visit a strange place, if you visit Mysore, if you visit or northern Himalayas, that scene comes to your mind every day. You can recall those scenes. Why? Because it gave you immense pleasure, immense satisfaction. That you describe, it is a beautiful thing. That depends on you. Others may have different opinion. Correct? So beauty is a quality. Then, so here the poem Beauty is written by A.E. Shure. So about her, some information is given there. Pen name A.E. Shure. Original name Louis Abetia. Born on September 9th, 1926, New Mexico in USA. Died on July 21st, 2014 at the age of 87. Nationality, she belonged to America, American. Isleta Pueblo. Occupation, she was author, poet, educator. Known for author of I Am a Pueblo Indian Girl. So what is Pueblo mean? P-U-E-B-L-O. Pueblo means one meaning a community. It is a community. Or a city in Colorado. Another meaning, a North American. A North American Indian settlement of South Western US. It's a community. She belonged to Pueblo community or a city in Colorado. It's a city in Colorado. So she belonged to this community. She wrote this. Who? A.E. Shure wrote this poem. Very simple poem, easy poem. Next, what is beauty? Question is there. Try to describe what beauty is, or list some of the things you think are beautiful. So beauty is a mindset. Beauty is an attitude. It depends on person's attitude. Correct? Beauty is a light in the heart. It's a light in the heart. Correct? Then, now come to the poem. First stanza. 3 stanzas are there. So beauty is seen. The poet describes beauty is seen in the sunlight, the trees, the birds, corn growing, and people working or dancing for their harvest. How simple is it? See. Beauty is seen. We can see the beauty. See the first question. List out the things where beauty can be seen during the day. So during the day, beauty can be seen in the sunlight. So how beautiful the sunlight is. Correct? Everywhere we see greenery. Everywhere we see light. Everywhere we see happiness. Correct? So beauty lies in the sunlight. Sunlight is very beautiful. How to describe that sun? It makes us wake up. Am I right? Then birds chirp. People start to work in the morning. So beauty is seen in the sunlight. Sunlight is a beautiful scene. Beauty is seen in the trees. We can see, we can enjoy the sunlight. We can see the tree. So growing trees are very beautiful. Forest, the scene of the forest is very beautiful. So beauty is seen in the trees. We can enjoy the trees. Then the birds, we can see the birds. Birds are very beautiful. Correct? Flying birds are very beautiful. So beauty is seen in the birds. Then corn growing, the scene of corn growing farm land is very beautiful. Correct? And people working or dancing for their harvest. Harvest means it's given there the time of the year when the crops are gathered from farms. Here harvest means crop. Crop. Harvest means the yield. Harvest means autumn. Season. Autumn. Harvest means gather crops. Harvest means gather crops. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಯ್ಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೊಯ್ಲಿನ ಸಮಯ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಜನಗಳು? ಪೀಪಲ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆ ಕೊಯ್ಲಿನ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸೀನ್ ದೃಶ್ಯ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ನ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್, ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುವಂತಹ ದೃಶ್ಯ. ಪೀಪಲ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ activities that can be seen. These activities look very beautiful. They give satisfaction to mind. They give pleasure to heart. They give enjoyment to the people. How? By seeing. So we can see all these things. So beauty can be seen in the sunlight, in the trees, in the birds, corn growing, that's also very beautiful scene, and people working or dancing for their harvest. These are the things which can be seen as beauty. Correct? I think he got. Now come to the next stanza, second stanza. Beauty is heard, Second question, see. The poet says, beauty is heard in the night. In the night, heard, we cannot see. What are they? Pick out any two things. So here is in the second stanza, it's given beauty is heard. Beauty can be heard when one listen to it. One can listen to it. When a person listen to the sound, it can be heard. Correct? We have to pay attention to the sound. So what are they? Beauty is heard in the night. What are they? Wind sighing. When the wind blows, it creates a sound. So if a person pays attention to that sound, we can hear it, he can hear it, and beauty lies in the sound. So wind sighing. Rain falling, the falling sound. So when night falls, one can hear its sound in the form of rain. When rain falls, it creates sound and we can listen to it beautifully. So it is beautiful, rain falling, or a singer chanting. Chant means patisu anta. ಪಠಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ವಿಂಡ್ ಸೈಯಿಂಗ್, ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸುವಂತಹ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ. ರೈನ್ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್, ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳುವಂತಹ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅದು. ಆರ್ ಸಿಂಗರ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್, ಪಠಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಜಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆವ. ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ earnest, or a singer chanting anything in earnest means serious, sincere. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವ, ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೇವ, ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೇವ, when we listen to that sound sincerely and honestly, that sound becomes very beautiful. Correct? So, beauty is heard in the night, wind sighing, rain falling, or a singer chanting anything in earnest. Earnest means serious and sincere. So we should listen to the sound sincerely. We should listen to the sound honestly. So when a person chants honestly, sincerely, it becomes a beautiful thing. When? At night. Correct? I think you got the answer. Then come to the third stanza. So first stanza and second stanza describes beauty. Everything has beauty. What are they? Sunlight has beauty. Trees have beauty. Birds have beauty. Corn growing has beauty. People working in the field for the harvest is a beautiful scene. So everything has its own beauty. Everything has its own importance in nature. Everything is unique, uniquely beautiful. ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಜಗತ್ತಿನ, ವಿಶ್ವದ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ, ಪರಿಸರದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಅಡಗಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಗ್ರಹಿಸುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿಯೇ ನಮಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So all things are beautiful in their own unique way. Everything has its own beauty, unique beauty. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ನೋಡುಗನ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಹಿ ಗಾಟ್. ನಾವು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸಾ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ನಾಡೋದು ಹೊರಗಿಂದು, ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಕೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಶಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್. ಹೊರಗಿಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಒಳಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರೂಮಿನೊಳಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಶಾಲೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿದಿನ್. ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂತ, ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವುದದು? ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಅವಂದೇ ಇಚ್ಛೆ, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಡಗಿದೆ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನೀನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹುಡುಕೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ? ಇಟ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಥಾಟ್. He says, beauty is in yourself. ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಅದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್. ಡೀಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ವರ್ಕ್. ಡೀಡ್, ವರ್ಕ್, ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ. ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್. ಯುವರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್, selfless work, then it pleases others. That itself is a beauty. ನೀನು ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಉಳಿದವರಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಉಂಟು, ಉಳಿದವರಿಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಉಂಟು, ಉಳಿದವರನ್ನು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಅಡಗಿದೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಯು ಡೂ? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್. ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಎಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು? ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ, ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಜಲಸ್. ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ಚಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಸಮಾಧಾನ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಅದೇ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಅಂತ. ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್. Then that repeat means happy thoughts and good deeds. Repeat, it should repeat. ಆಗಾಗ ಮರುಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸಂತೋಷ ಅದ ಮರುಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಮರುಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಗುಡ್ ಡೀಡ್ಸ್, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಮರುಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ಸ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಆಗಾಗ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೋಚನೆ, ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಆಗಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಇದ್ರೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ಸ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ in your dreams. So where should it repeat? In your dream. ಕನಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕನಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ಸ್ themselves in your dreams, in your hope, in your wish. Correct? You should have a visionary scheme. ವಿಷನರಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋಬಲ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಮುಂದಿನದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥವನೇ ಅವನಿಗೆ ವಿಷನರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವಿಷನರಿ. ಅವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ದು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟೋ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಅದನ್ನು ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವಿಷನರಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ವಿಷನರಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್. Then in your dreams, in your wish, in your hope, you should have good thoughts, good deeds. In your work, where should it repeat? Where should good deeds, good thoughts repeat? In your work. Every work should be a planned one. Every work should please others, should satisfy others. In your dreams, in your work, and in your dream. In your dream. So you should, in your dream, what dream should you have? That is good deeds. Dream should be of good deeds. Dream should be of good thoughts, happy thoughts. That is beautiful. If you think so, that means without break you should think about good thoughts. Without break we should think about good deeds. It should be a constant one. It should be a never-ending one. It should be ever-ending one. There should not be end for that. Which one? Good thoughts, good deeds. Then your life itself is a beautiful one. So beautify yourself. So he says, what is beauty? It is in attitude. Beauty is in attitude. Beauty lies in your attitude, the way you look at things. Correct? The way you look at things, beauty depends on that. I think he got. What should we do? We should feel it. We should feel our work. We should feel our thoughts. We should feel our deeds. Then only we can enjoy it. We can take pleasure. We can enjoy our life. I think he got. Correct? So I'll read. Beauty is in yourself. Don't search for beauty anywhere in the world. World itself is a beautiful. Everything has its own beauty. Everything has its own importance in nature. Every object has its contribution to the nature to make nature a beautiful one. Correct? So find beauty in yourself. Your work should be a reflection of your thought. What thoughts should you have? Happy thoughts. So happy thoughts are reflected in your work. That should be reflected in your dreams. That should be reflected in your work. And in your rest also you should think about thoughts, good deeds. Correct? Then, I think you understood the poem, very simple poem. Write the question answer. I have sent you all the question answers of this poem, very easy poem. Now, one more is there, that is personification, figures of speech. What is a figure of speech? What is a figure of speech? Figure of speech is a stylistic device, a decorative style of presenting things. It beautifies the speech and word. Why do we wear colorful, beautiful dress? To make us look beautiful. Am I right? Correct? In the same way, we use different styles in our language, in our word, in our presentation. Why? To make others attract towards our words. So it is a stylistic device. Figure of speech means stylistic device. So you might have heard simile, metaphor, personification. So here is an example for personification. What is personification then? Personification means giving life to lifeless object and describing it as having life. ಪರ್ಸಾನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂತ? ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ, ಜೀವ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಯಾನಿಮೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈಫ್ಲೆಸ್, ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೆ ಜೀವ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿ, ಜೀವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜೀವ ಇರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡು. ಜೀವ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದೋ ಅದು ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ದು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ, ರವಿ ಕಾಣದ್ದನ್ನು ಕವಿ ಕಂಡ ಅಂತ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಉಂಟು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟು ಲೈಫ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ? ವಿಂಡ್ ಸೈಯಿಂಗ್. ಸೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಉಸಿರಾಡು, ನಿಟ್ಟುಸಿರು ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ವಿಂಡ್ಗೆ ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಿಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಲೈಫ್. But poetess has given life to wind and described it as having life. So it is personification. Give two more examples. Now find out the example from the textbook and I'll give some more examples. You might have heard one more. Truth sits upon the lips of a dying man. Is it clear? Truth sits upon the lips of a dying man. Truth means lifeless. Truth means an idea, a notion. It has no life to sit upon. We can sit. Why? Because we have life. A bird sits on the branch. Why? Because bird has life. Truth has no life. We cannot see it. It is inanimate, lifeless object. It is an image. Correct? So poet described truth sits upon the lips of a dying person means truth has been given life and it is described as having life. Okay? Then it is personification. Next, one more. Patience taught me a lesson. Patience taught me a lesson. Patience has Teacher taught me a lesson. That's correct. Why? Teacher has a life. ಸರಿ ಅದು ಜೀವ ಇದೆ. Patience taught me a lesson means patience has no life. Patience, the word patience is an idea. We cannot see it. We can see a patient, a person who is having patience. We cannot see patience. But here patience taught me a lesson means here patience has been given a life and made it work as a life, having life personality. Correct? Then one more. Death lays his icy hands on all. Death has no life. How can it lay hand on all? So it is also personification. Then one more. Moon slipped down and peeped through the window. When the moonlight enters into a room, the poet described what? Moon slipped down and peeped into the room. Means moonlight entered into the room. Moon has no life. Who has given it life? That is, poet has given it life and made it work as a human being, as a creature, living creature. But it has no life, so it is a personification. Correct? I think you understood. Now collect some more example for personification. Okay? We shall stop here. Sai Ram.